It's May 2nd, and it's time to plant some vegetables in my above-ground trugs. The liner is tearing away a bit, so I would like to trim that just for appearances this year. I plant chives in both trugs. They not only look pretty after they flower, but they help keep some pests away. I tried planting some garlic this year, just from my local greengrocer. They're organic cloves. We'll just see, it's an experiment. These are my seeds. This year I'm not doing too many. I'm doing some tried and trues, like cucumbers, green beans, and snow peas. I've already added the compost. This year I used Coast of Maine compost. I usually use my own, but we lost a tree the last couple of years and the volume of my compost has dwindled. Here's some more chives in my other trug, and right now I just have little gem lettuce growing down the middle here. I'm not going to plant both trugs today. I'm going to plant one, and then in about 2 weeks I'll plant the other one, kind of like succession planting. Here's some more garlic that I planted around the chives. A few advantages of using an above ground trug. Easier on my back. I don't have to bend down or be on the ground. It keeps the bunnies from eating all my vegetables and out of the garden. I've never had an issue with slugs. It has good drainage and airflow, although you do have to water it consistently because it is above the ground. This is the fabric covering I use to prevent weeds. I've had it a few years now. I already cut a piece and secured it. I don't have enough earth staples that I usually use. Here's a rusty one. So I used some rocks from my preschoolers. They had painted it just to weigh it down. I'm lucky today's not windy. I've already laid out the little seeds. I usually just plant them right across from each other. So these are Market More cucumbers. These are Provider bush beans. These are Oregon sugar snow peas. They're the crispy, crunchy types for like stir fries. This is basil. It's a burpee organic. I also have nasturtiums over here as a trap crop. And then on the other end of the trug, I plant radishes as a trap crop right down this row. Sometimes I do it on both ends of each trug, but because I have the basil and the nasturtiums on the other side, I think we're okay. So usually I'll just cut out little squares or rectangles to put the seeds in. Here we are. I just used my scissor. I cut out these awkward little rectangles. I put 2 seeds in every spot just to be sure. One will germinate, and then I'll thin them out later. So just cover them up, and later I will water them. I have to protect them from the squirrels, so you'll see some old screens I put on top. Here are some old screens that I use to protect the seeds and vegetables from squirrels and birds. I used to use tulle too. I put a pot in the middle to hold it up and just use some branches from around the yard that we've cut to hold them down. I kind of like to use what I have. I'm a practical, frugal person. These are 2 wire baskets from the Dollar Tree, upside down to protect the radishes. And in a little while, I'll water everything in. It's a pretty simple and straightforward process, and since I've had the Trugs, they've been the best gardens and best vegetables I've ever had. Thanks for watching.